how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is my latest Roundup review where I'm going to talk about all of the products I tried out in the month of May. I thought it was going to be a pretty low-key month, but then I kept trying more and more things, and now I have a giant pile next to me, so we're probably gonna be here for a minute. Grab a snack, grab a little drink. I have my Alani Nu next to me. I'm not sponsored, I wish. I wish they knew I existed. But we're just gonna get into it. As always, if you've never seen these videos from me, this is never a way for me to be braggy or anything like that. I'm very grateful for anything I'm able to buy myself or anything I get sent from brands. This is just a way for me to be transparent on what I have received and give you my rounded up thoughts on everything. Before we hop into the video itself, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on Instagram and YouTube Shorts by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories today go, this is just an old basic choker. And these earrings used to be plugs from Hear No Evil jewelry that I turned into earrings. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about all the products I tried in the month of May. First of all, I got a little package from Profusion. I'd never really tried anything from this brand before, so I was excited to try some things out, and there were definitely some things I was really pleased with. First being these Blush Hour liquid blushes. I have 6 of the shades. I think they might even have a few more shades than these, but these are the ones I have. I have the shades Bellini, Cosmo, Mai Tai, Paloma, Rosé, and Sangria. They're all just various like pinky, reddish, peachish kind of tones. These are really, really beautiful. I really like the applicator as well. It's on this kind of chubby little guy. And you just kind of dab it on your face and it blends out so beautifully. These are very soft, easy to blend. They melt into the skin nicely. They're very lightweight. And I feel like they have a fair amount of pigment with the exception of Rosé. This was the only one I felt like was a little too sheer for me. I feel like maybe it just blended in a little bit too much with like my foundation and bronzer to just not be enough for me. I do like a little bit more of an impactful blush. But for the most part, I really, really like these. I found myself using probably Cosmo is one of my most used. I really liked this kind of burnt terracotta sort of shade. It's really, really pretty. They also sent me 3 of these Perfect Pout matte lip paints. They're basically just like a liquid lipstick, very thin formula, and it dries down matte, and it's pretty comfortable. It doesn't feel super like dry your lips out kind of matte, and it's not very thick or heavy. It's very like lightweight, very much a thin formula. We have the shades Charming, Loyal, and Curious, just 2 kind of like pinky neutral shades and then more of a burgundy shade. These are fine. I don't really have any problems with them, but I can't say it's like a new favorite of all time. I'm not mad at them. I do have a little lip swatch video with these on Instagram and YouTube Shorts if you want to like see them all on my lips itself. But they're just fine. I feel very like neutral about them. I have these liquid liners from the brand as well. We have a white, a bright pink, and a lavender. These are actually quite nice. I feel like the wand was pretty easy to work with. It's very like long and flexible, like a long like brush tip sort of thing. I feel like I could do graphic linery things pretty easy with these. They never got like chunky and cracky or anything like that, which can be a problem with white liner specifically. These seemed pretty good just to like quickly throw on something graphic, something cute. I'm not mad at these, and I really like these shades. Like I feel like a white is always useful, but I didn't really have like a bright pink and a lavender that was in like a liner component like this. I have them in water activated cake liners, but sometimes it's nice to just have it in one go where I don't have to mix a liquid to activate it. These are nice, I'm not mad at them. And I also have the pigment bases. I have a white one and the shade Neutral. I've been using these pretty much all month long, mostly the neutral one, but I have used the white one a couple times for cut creasy things. I can't say they're like my new favorite eyeshadow primers. I think the Sigma eyeshadow base and the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip are still my top favorites, but this could potentially be in 3rd place. I'm pretty pleased with it. I feel like a very thin layer is all you need. It blends onto the lids nicely. I feel like my eyeshadow applies really well on top of it. I like these. These are pretty good. I feel like the eyeshadow primer and the blushes are probably my favorite that I tried from this brand. Next up, Dede Signature sent me their Ultimate Cappuccino palette. I featured this in a 3 looks, 3 palettes type video, and at some point there'll be a video up on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. It might already be up by the time this video goes up. If not, it's coming very soon. But it's quite cute. We have kind of a take on sort of a coffee themed palette, but without it just being basic neutrals, we definitely have splashes of color in here. The shimmers in here are so So pretty. They are very shifty, very beautiful on the eyes. I really enjoyed this palette. I thought it was cute, it's fun, a little unique for a coffee theme, and I had a good time with it. Their mattes blend really well, and their shimmers are just so breathtaking. Their shimmers are definitely where they shine in my opinion. I'm very excited to try their upcoming palette. I don't have it yet as of this moment, but I'm sure I'll be getting it soon. It's like an all matte palette, and it's supposed to be a newer, better formula, so I'm just very curious to see just how they've improved, because I already like their mattes, so I'm excited to see them be even better. Game Beauty came out with the Attack on Titan collaboration. I think they initially launched it a couple months ago, but packages more recently started shipping out, like PR packages shipped out, all that kind of stuff. But we have 3 quads and 4 glosses. Now, I never watched Attack on Titan. I have friends that have and loved it, but I don't personally know much about it, so I don't resonate with the theme itself, but I still think it's a really cute collection. So we have the 4 glosses here. We have the shades Armin, Aaron, Levi, and Mikasa. I could be saying all of those wrong, and I'm so sorry. But these are pretty, just various tones of like neutrally reddish tones. We have 2 that are a little more sheer shimmery, 2 that are a little bit more creamy opaque. These are really pretty, really thin glosses, very slippy, not sticky, which I do prefer. I think these are nice, and the packaging is really cute, especially if you are a fan, because the component matches up to like have the different characters, and I think that's pretty darn cute. And then we have the 3 eyeshadow quads. First we have Maria. This is the little like blue with the pop of yellow sort of vibe. We have 2 mattes and 2 beautiful shimmers. The shimmers that are in these quads are so beautiful, and this one specifically, Heart, it's kind of like a blue yellow shift. It is so pretty. I did little looks with each of these if you want to check them out across my various platforms, but these are super cute. The quality's really nice in them. Rose is my favorite of the 3. We have kind of a tealy peachy sort of moment. I love the corally peachy vibes with the matte and shimmer, and then the kind of adjacent like matte and shimmer tealy shade. Again, the shimmers are just beautiful in here. Chain is such a gorgeous duochrome. I think this one is super fun. It's playful, it's colorful. I love it. And then we have the Cinequad. It's more of like a 1 matte, 2 mattes with sparkle pressed in, and then 1 duochrome. And again, the shimmer is just so pretty. I really like the duochrome that's in here. I do prefer the other 2, but the other 2 also have 2 shimmers, and their shimmer formula is just really good in these quads, but this one's cute as well. Very much sunflower vibes. Colourpop came out with their Precious Metals collection. In the Precious Metals collection, we have 6 of the Jelly Much shadows. Now, these are super fun. They are so pretty. They're so metallic and gorgeous on the eyes. The main problem with these is they do dry out with time, and I've heard you can like mix things like eye drops or things of that nature, something with glycerin in it to help revive these, but I don't typically go through the effort to keep things alive like that. Like when they die, they die. But I will try to use these until that day comes, but these are really pretty. We have 18 Karat, All Mine, Foiled Plans, Gold Digger, Most Wanted, and Third Place. Just all various like mixed metals sort of colors. That's kind of the theme with this Precious Metals collection. We have all different metallic tones kind of playing together. And we have the actual palette, which is always so annoying to hold on camera because it just reflects all of the lights in the world and blinds you. So sorry about that. But this is one of their 30 pan mega palettes. It's again just kind of that mixed metals sort of vibe. We have silvers, taupes, rosy shades, coppers, golds, and I actually really like this. I'm not usually one to like favor neutrally tones, and I feel like this is a little bit more than just basic neutrals because there are those metallic elements. But I just think this is gorgeous. The shimmers especially just look beautiful on the eyes. I was really pleased with this. I actually took this on our long weekend to Colorado earlier in May just because it was easy to throw in my bag. Like, it's big, but I mean, it fit, it's fine. I know these aren't really gonna break while I travel with them. And it just gave me such a plethora of options because I had like different like t-shirts and sweaters that were like cool versus warm. So this kind of hit all the colors that I needed. And it was beautiful. I really enjoyed having this one with me. I think the shimmers are gorgeous. The mattes are fine. Could this have been condensed to be a bit smaller? Sure, there's definitely a lot of beige in here on those top 2 rows, and I am running the war against beige. We don't need this many. Sure, there's different undertones, but I mean, barely, right? We could have made this palette smaller by just condensing those top 2 rows. But overall, I did think this was cute. If you're into this vibe, I think you'd enjoy it, especially if you like the mixed metals sort of thing. Next up, Ensley Reign came out with their Cosmic Dreamer collection. From what I understand, they had a Cosmic Dreamer palette back, I don't know when, before I knew of the brand, and they recently kind of redid that whole theme and made it just like a new version of it. So in this collection, first we have 6 single shadows. Ignore those for now. I'll get to those later. Those are part of something else. But we have 6 little Cosmic Dreamer shadows. We have the shades Divine Dream, Existential Bliss, Lucid Dreams, Orifim, Party in the UFO, and Star Chaser. Just beautiful, reflective, sparkly, just super fun shades. I think these are so cool. We also have 6 loose shadows. Their loose shadows are so pretty. And the ones that are a little bit more sparkly, iridescent, I've definitely used as face highlight from time to time because I do enjoy sparkle and glitter and all the things, but these are just so pretty, so shifty on the eyes. They're a little messy, but as long as you use like a glitter primer of some sort, I feel like they stay put really well. But these are so cool and they added just so much just fun to the collection. The shades are Cosmic Dust, Cosmic Ember, Cosmic Energy, Cosmic Light, Cosmic Queen, and Cosmic Voyager. Just so many really cool shifty shades. We have a lip gloss in the collection in the shade Cosmic Dreamer, just a really pretty sheer sparkly gloss, very pretty, kind of a peachy gold sort of thing. Gorgeous, very slippy, not sticky, again, just very lightweight. It's a nice gloss. Not like my #1 favorite formula, but it's good. Like, I enjoy it. I think it looks pretty on the lips. It adds nice shine, not sticky. Not much more I can ask for. And of course, we have the Cosmic Dreamer palette. This is just so, so pretty. I believe I did a 2 looks video with this on my channel, and I did another look on like Instagram, YouTube Shorts. I don't want to be a broken record. I have videos with everything I'm going to talk about today in some way, shape, or form, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, both, so you can check those out at your leisure. But this is just so pretty. It gives grungy summer. I think this is so good. Definitely a recent favorite of mine. I just think it's so pretty. The shimmers are gorgeous. I love these deep, grungy mattes. It is just so cool. I love dark tones. I love bright colors, and this just fuses them together in such a fun way. This has been such a fun one to play with. Next up, Fantasy Cosmetica came out with their Cradled in Ice collection, and it is so cool. We have a palette, we have singles, and we have brushes. I guess we can talk about the brushes first. We have 4 face brushes and 6 eye brushes, and these are so soft, so gorgeous. I think the quality is really nice, and the handles are so pretty with like these dragons on them. This is so cool. We'll talk about the face brushes first. F01 I feel like could be used for like really precise powdering. You could potentially use this for like concealer and stuff like that. I've also used this as face highlighter. I feel like it's a pretty versatile little brush. The F02 I've really been liking for powder blush. I feel like you could also use it for bronzer, maybe even for just like general setting powder, but I really have been using it for blush. I like how floppy it is. Really easy to blend product out. The F03 is really unique. It's such a funky little shape. I feel like you could definitely use this for cream products really well. Like you could definitely like blend out cream bronzer, cream blushes. I've even used this for like powder bronzer around the perimeters of my face. It's a cool little brush. I feel like it's both dense enough for creams, but fluffy enough for powders if you really wanted to use it either way. And the F04 is just a giant, chunky powder brush. I've mostly just been using this to set the main perimeters of my face after I've done like my under eye powder, just for quick, easy setting, a loose amount of powder just to make it so I don't move around. Moving on to the eye brushes, the E01 I feel like would be really good for just like really precise, detailed work on the eyes, whether it's like little inner corner stuff, maybe even some eyeliner things. The F02 is a great like tiny little blending brush, really good for precise crease work. The F03 is a little smudgy brush. I've used this for like under eye like smokiness, but I've also used this on the lid itself for packing shimmer on the lid. The E04 is super unique. It's kind of like a fan brush, but kind of thick and chunky. It's really nice for blending shadow in the outer corner of the eye. It smokes things out beautifully, gives you a really nice kind of cat eye sort of effect with such ease. It is beautiful. Very unique brush to my collection. The E05 is just a big fluffy blending brush, great for crease work. And last we have the E06. This is just kind of more of a precise packing brush. I've used this not only for like packing shimmer all over the lid, but also even for packing darker shades in the outer corners, smudging on the lower lash line. It's a pretty versatile little guy as well. I think these shapes are nice. The quality is good. They are really soft. I've really been enjoying reaching for these over the last month. We have the 4 holochrome singles. They all have rainbow reflex in them. They are really pretty. We have the shades Boreas, Frederick, Aya, and Nami. These are just so cute. I love these colors. I feel like they pair really nice with the palette, which you'll see now here in a second. It is the Cradled in Ice palette. We have sort of a different format than Fantasy Cosmetica has done before. They very much stuck to their like classes in the different fantasy realm as far as like bard, druid, that kind of thing in like a 9-pan format. This time we have dragons and in a 12-pan format. I think it's so cool that they kind of drifted away from the norm, but still obviously keeping with that fantasy theme. The inside is so pretty. I feel like the shimmers in this look kind of unassuming in the pan, but when they are on the eyes and swatched out, they are so shifty and magical. I'm in love with this palette. I love cool tones. I love these different blues, the baby pink, even the cool tone browns in here. Even though I'm not super into browns on the day-to-day, I think this all just plays so nicely together. It is so just aesthetically pleasing, and the shimmers in here are just out of this world. They are so cool. When I mentioned that I was in Colorado at the beginning of May, I also did stop into Ulta with my friend Trisha, and I picked up a couple things. First being the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating CC Cream. I did not need a new foundation, but I was intrigued by this. I'm not really into full coverage, and that is what this is, but the like dewy finish, the SPF, that all really appealed to me, so I figured I'd try it out. And I don't love it by itself, not because of the finish. I feel like the finish does look good and I feel like it looks good on the skin. It's just too full coverage for me, which I knew it was full coverage getting into it, so it's not even any points knocked off. I knew what I was getting into, but it did kind of reconfirm that I'm not a full coverage girl. However, I love this when I mix something with it. Lately, my favorite thing to mix in has been this Undefined Beauty Sun Elixir Glow Oil. I just feel like it shears it out just enough, makes it a little bit more dewy, lighter coverage, light to medium, and it is just beautiful. I'm wearing it today. I've worn it most days. It is a really nice foundation, and if you like full coverage, you would love that aspect of it as well. But just so you know, it does sheer out nicely too. I picked up the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. Mine is in the shade All Buttered Up. I'm wearing it today. I've worn it most days. It is such a beautiful bronzer. It has a really nice sheen to it. I have had my eye on this for a hot minute and finally picked one up, and this is just beautiful. It is definitely one of my new top favorite powder bronzers. It is just absolutely stunning. Such a good product. I also picked up 2 lip products, first being this lip oil from e.l.f., the Jelly Pop Glow Reviver Lip Oil. It's nice. It has a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of glow, lightweight lip oil sort of consistency, but still with some shine like a gloss. It's nice. It's not sticky. It's slippy. I don't know how badly I really needed it in retrospect, but it is nice. I think it's cute. And then I also picked up one of the NYX Butter Gloss Blings that I've talked about so many times over the last month. I love this. I'm wearing it today. This is in the shade Bring the Bling. These are just so pretty. Like, these have become one of my favorite gloss formulas of all time. I may have picked up more before the month of May ended, so I may have more to talk about at the end of this video. You'll just have to wait and see, but I love this formula. It's shiny, it has the sparkles, it is so just a lightweight and slippy. It feels so good. I feel like they wear well. They don't last all day, but most glosses I feel like don't, but when they wear off nicely, and I feel like I can reapply really easily. I don't have like weird chunkiness or weird like butthole lips, or like where that film happens in the middle of your lips, you know what I'm talking about? This just feels good. It feels very like nourishing. It's a good gloss. Colourpop came out with their Pokemon collection, and it is so freaking cute. It is absolutely adorable. It's based on like Gen 1 Pokemon, and we have so many of those classic characters, and some I wasn't expecting. I mean, the star of the show is the Pokeball lip mask. This is just adorable. It is so freaking cute. It smells like Lucky Charms or Fruity Pebbles. Just smells like cereal. It's so nice. It just smells nostalgic. It looks nostalgic. It's adorable. And the lip masks do feel good, but I feel like the cutesiness outweighs the actual like practicality of it. You get this because it's cute, not because the product is amazing. Which, I mean, again, it does feel good, but that's not the main reason I love this. I actually think I should just set this right here. That's adorable. We have 3 of the pH changing lip balms. They're all kind of themed around Jigglypuff, Ditto, and Pikachu. We have the shades Transform, Sing, and Thunderbolt, and I'll be honest with you, these all basically look exactly the same on my lips. I don't know if they're supposed to look different or if they're all supposed to be the same, but the pH changing lip balms just all looked like the same shade of pink for me. I don't love pH changing lip balms. I just kind of want to know what I'm getting. When I use a lip product, I don't want it to be based on what my pH is. But, I mean, you have to admit, they look really cool. Like this is magical. Like there really wasn't a better collection to like do this kind of a thing with. And they do feel nice. Even if the color payoff isn't like what sells it for me, the packaging itself looks cute, the presentation looks cute, and they do feel nice on the lips. We have the little Evolution Ultra Glossy Lip Set, which I love. I love all the Eevees. They're my favorite, and this is so cute. I love that there was a product dedicated to them. It made me so happy. We have the shades Firestone, Thunderstone, and Waterstone, just very sheer, sparkly, kind of orangey, golden, and blue sort of shifts. Very sheer, though the color isn't like prominent. It's mostly like sheer to clear with little different sparkles in it, but these are cute. I like this formula. Again, it's lightweight, slippy, not sticky, one of my favorite factors in a gloss, and the theming is cute. These make me really happy. These were one of my favorite parts of the whole collection. We have 3 little Super Shock shadows, kind of based on the original starters. We have Flamethrower, Hydro Pump, and Solar Beam, just really beautiful, shifty orange, green, and blue shades. These are really pretty. I feel like they kind of outdid themselves with these Super Shocks. They're just really shifty and pretty. We have 3 of the cream blushes. We have ones kind of themed around Gengar, Clefairy, and Pikachu, and they're just so cute. I really like that they kind of had these different character themes. We have Electro Ball, Hypnosis, and Metronome, just various like red, purple, pink. I do love that they did a red one for Pikachu because like his red circle cheeks, it's perfect. The purple, I feel like purple's a strong word because it definitely pulls very like reddish pinkish purple, like not purple, but I feel like that's okay because I feel like sometimes it's good if there's a little bit of warmth in a purple cheek product because it looks a little less bruisey on my skin tone. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, these are just a little sheer for my preference. I feel like these have more pigment than the ones I tried in the past when they first launched cream blushes, but they're still not quite the level of pigment that I prefer. They're not bad, but they weren't like groundbreaking, and I tried a lot of blush this month, so these ones just weren't major standouts, but the packaging is still super cute. We have the Pokemon palette. It's the Palette Town palette, which is just such a good name, and we have such a fun slew of colors. I love all the shade names based on the different towns and different iconic little moments in the first game. It's so cute. I love the blue, green, purple area. That's definitely my favorite, but we have lots of cool things, lots of sparkly stuff going on. It's definitely like a rainbow palette, but it's not like quite a traditional rainbow palette. It skews a little outside of that, but at the end of the day, it is a rainbow palette, so whether you need another rainbow palette is up to you. The theme is cute, the quality is fine. It's nothing like life-changing, but it is cute. I've had fun with it. I do especially love this Fainted shade down here, like this dark teal. That makes me happy. Nomad came out with more palettes in their Nomad Air collection. They launched the first set of their Nomad Air, I want to say early this year. Was it the end of last year? I don't quite remember. I just remember that wasn't really for me. It was just like a very basic, like neutral brown sort of 6 pan. These ones are still a little more on like the muted side, but they're a little more exciting for me, so I did enjoy using these. They're themed around 3 different airports, so we have AUH, OSL, and YXC. The AUH is this beautiful kind of rusty, burnt orangey. I do enjoy these colors, and I feel like especially like as we're hitting like summer, I'm over it and I'm ready for fall, so this gives me fall feels. The shimmers in here are really metallic, and I just always enjoy Nomad's formulas. I think they're beautiful. The OSL is more of your cool tone taupey situation, which if I'm gonna play with neutrals, I do tend to lean toward cool tones. So I do think this is really pretty. It's very like icy, taupey, but still kind of grungy with like the depth that's involved. And again, the shimmers in the middle are very metallic. And we have the YXC. I love this vibe. These like foresty greens with the teals. It's really pretty. Again, the shimmers in here are just really metallic. They're not super sparkly in these palettes, but they are just very metallic and rich looking, and I just love the colors. Obviously I love the splashes of colors in here. This one's gonna be my favorite of the 3 because if you know me at all, you know I love blue and green, but this one's really cute. Alter Ego came out with a new palette. This is the Mystique palette. This is a dupe for, I believe, the Cirque Vita, Cirque Loco, Cirque something from Natasha Denona. I'm so sorry. I don't keep up with Natasha Denona palettes. It's just not quite what I'm willing to spend on palettes. But this is a dupe for that. So I mean, all credit to the color story goes to Natasha. But this is fun. I like the colors. I like how bright it is. It's very like rich summer energy, like just so vibrant, so carnival, so playful. But I've talked about this before and I'm gonna talk about it again. Alter Ego does try to replicate the cream to matte formula that's in Natasha Denona palettes, and I just don't love it. You find it in a couple of these shades in this palette, and it's just not my thing. They never get as pigmented as they look in the pan. Like, you look at these, they just look so sheer in comparison. Like, they don't actually build up in pigment. I wish so bad they could just be traditional mattes. It would make me like the palette so much more from this brand. So yeah, I like the overall vibe. I like the quality of their traditional mattes. I love their shimmers. I think they're beautiful, but I have such a gripe with those cream to mattes. It Cosmetics sent me a couple of things. First being a foundation that I had a feeling I wouldn't vibe with, but I wanted to test it out anyways, just out of curiosity. It's the CC Natural Matte Full Coverage Foundation. I'm not into matte, I'm not into full coverage, but I was like, who knows? Maybe I like it more than I think I do. It's been so long since I've tried like a matte foundation and a matte full coverage at that. Yeah, I don't love it. I don't love the way it sits on my skin. It just makes me look so dry. I'm like normal to dry skin type normally, and I just prefer a glowy, dewy complexion. So seeing something look so full coverage and flat on my face, I just felt so icky. I have mixed this with like serums and lotions and things like that to sheer it out. It's still just not quite for me. It's just not quite it. I'm just not a matte girl, and I should have known better, but you know, sometimes you have to try things out you think you don't like because maybe your preferences actually have changed and you just don't realize it. Not for me, not for this at least. I don't like full coverage matte, not my thing. I think it's good for what it is, probably, if you're into that sort of thing, but for me and my preferences and my skin type, it just wasn't for me. They also sent me 3 of these Confidence in a Serum glosses, and I think I did even post like a little lip swatch video and everything. But I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot about these. I tried a lot of makeup this month, and these weren't bad, but they definitely didn't stand out. Similar to those like Profusion lip stains, like the liquid lips, they just didn't really stick out as like memorable lip products that I tried for the month. But we have the shades Self-Assured, Self-Determined, and Self-Worth. We have like a clear, a like soft pink, and then more of like a burgundy, but it's not like dark. It's a little bit more of a sheer burgundy. They were fine. They definitely have that serum gloss kind of texture that you would expect, very lightweight, very treatment feeling. But again, they just didn't stand out to me. They weren't, I don't know. They weren't bad, but they didn't blow me away. I also got a random package from Smashbox, one of which was like a primer that I know isn't my favorite thing. It's just their classic like photo finish. I've tried it in the past. I feel like it's better for maybe oilier skinned people, but not for me. It just like, I've used it in the past and I know it's not my thing. But they also sent me a mascara and an eyeliner, and these are just fine. I mean, the eyeliner's fine. It's the Always Sharp Waterproof Kohl Liner. My main gripe with this is like, I can't just like twist anything and sharpen it myself. Like, it just stays like that. You have to kind of twist it in the cap and like click it to make it like pop out more if it's getting low, which I mean, I guess is fine, but I feel like it's just an extra step that's a little unnecessary. Like, they could have just made the like retractable thing at the bottom so I could just lift it myself. But it's fine. It smudges in the waterline nicely. It also stays put. It's a fine black liner. The mascara, unfortunately, though, just wasn't for me. It's the Super Fanned Out Mascara. I've been testing out various mascaras here and there, and I'm very picky. Typically, I need something waterproof because my natural lashes are very short and straight and they don't hold a curl. And I found some that work better than others. This one didn't claim to be waterproof, so I went into it without high hopes, and yeah, my lashes just immediately droop down. It doesn't do anything for them. It makes them black, but it also is a little clumpy. I find if I'm not careful, even if I'm just using this before fake lashes, my lashes will get so clumpy. And it's kind of icky. Definitely not one of my favorites I've tried. Lottie London sent me this Outer Banks collection collaboration, and I don't know anything about Outer Banks. I know it's a show, I believe. I don't know anything about it. And there were various things in the collection, but the only thing that like really stood out to me that I got around to trying were the 2 like cream cheek products. We have the shades Beach Bronze and Dusky Pink, and I feel like Beach Bronze is my favorite of the 2. It's kind of like a very shimmery, warm golden bronzy color, very much if I kind of wanted that just like golden bronzy kind of vibe. I could kind of do it as like a bronzer blush hybrid. It is really pretty. I don't really have other things like this, so I'm not mad about this one. The formula wasn't life-changing or anything, but it was cute. The Dusky Pink one I feel like didn't show up as glowy as the Beach Bronze one, and I mean, it's a nice color, like it's just kind of that mauvey pink, but it also wasn't like, I don't know. it didn't blow me away. I could have lived without this one. Both of these weren't super memorable. Again, I liked the bronzy one more, but just out of other things I've tried this month, they weren't major standout products for me. Rune came out with their Dewdrops collection, and it is so freaking cute. First being these little Dewdrops face crystals, like they literally look like little drops, like little water beads. You know, like they're really cute. I just use lash glue and I'll kind of place them around for little accents. These are adorable, and I always like having face gems of some sort on deck because they're just so fun to sometimes enhance a look or add a little extra something. These are adorable. The brand also launched a few different loose shadows, and I picked out these two specifically when they reached out for me to get a PR package, and I picked the shades Bubbly and Fizzy. They're just super sheer, iridescent, sparkly. I've put these on my eyes. I put them as face highlight. These are so beautiful, very finely milled, beautiful loose shadows. I feel like loose shadows have made such a comeback in the last like year or two. Like they weren't really a thing. I feel like they're coming back. And like sometimes I have to like really remember to use them because it takes a little extra effort, but they are so beautiful. Loose eyeshadows used to be my jam back in like 2018. There was like not a day that went by that I didn't have a loose shadow or glitter on my eyes. And Rune came out with the Dewdrops palette. This is so pretty. Just 6 pans of iridescent magic. These are so pretty all over the eyes and just kind of fluffed out. They're so pretty as like inner corner accents, and they are so pretty on the face highlighter. I've reached for this multiple times over the last few weeks, and it is just so pretty. They're so sparkly and special and just iridescent goodness. I think this is so pretty. I can definitely see myself continuing to reach for this for inner corner accents or face highlighter. I'll probably even keep it in my drawer here in front of me with my highlighter palettes just for easy access because I think it's so cool. Milk Makeup came out with a new product that I wasn't sure how I'd like it, but I like it more than I thought I was going to. They kind of reinvented their blur stick and like kind of made it a new thing. I feel like people with oily skin have been loving this that I've been seeing on the internet and stuff like that. Again, I have normal to dry skin. I'm not looking to like necessarily fill pores or prep before like matte foundation and trying to combat oily skin, but I do feel like this does still really smooth out my skin nicely before I go in with other products. Lately, my favorite combination has been doing this stick first just to give a really nice smooth base, and then topping my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip on top of it for a little bit of hydration, a little bit of not glow, because I wouldn't say this is a glowy primer, but I do feel like it allows for a little bit more hydration. And it's nice. I was worried that this stick would dry me out, and it doesn't do that. It simply just gives my skin a little bit more of a smoother canvas. I don't know if this is something that's essential in my makeup routine, but I do like it more than I thought I was going to. Lawless came out with 6 cream blushes, and I was so incredibly stoked to receive this package. I love Lawless. I love so many of their things. Their lip products are some of my top favorite lip products ever, and I was so excited to see these cream blushes. They are so beautiful. We have the shades Gumdrop, Valentine, Angel Rosebud, Starburst, and Cherry Pie. Various shades of pink, kind of mauvey neutral, and then we have kind of the orangey red. These are so pretty. They have beautiful pigmentation. They blend out like a freaking dream, and I just love these. I'm actually wearing a little bit of Angel today. I do have a shimmery blush over top of it, but I did lay it down first, and these are just beautiful. They blend out so good. I just go in with my sponge. They mesh in with my foundation nicely, but they also wear beautifully by myself if I skip foundation. I love these cream blushes. These are a top product of the month for sure. I placed a little order on Mooncat's website because they had a 20% off sale, and I was like, let me stock up on a couple things that I had my eye on. So I ended up picking up 6 shades. I've only worn one of them so far. It's the shade I'm wearing right now, which I'll get to, but I plan on wearing all of these, obviously. I've been shopping from Mooncat for a couple years now. I have probably at least 20 polishes from them at this point. Their formulas are beautiful. Their colors are insane. They are so sparkly. They have so many cool finishes. I highly recommend Mooncat. Hollow Taco is also wonderful, but Mooncat's probably my favorite nail polish brand. They're so good. 9 times out of 10, if I'm wearing a cool polish, it's Mooncat. So the one I'm wearing right now is Ultra Hot, and it is just so pretty. I figured I would like live show you these rather than film B-roll, just because I can really show the shifts a little bit better and just like how it moves. I mean, you can see this one on my nails. It's so pretty. This is the shade Moon Jelly. Look how pretty. Just this soft pearly white with this beautiful iridescent shift, and you can see all those chunky big sparkles in it. So gorgeous. Dragon Scales is going to be a new favorite. Look how cool this is. That purple green, all those sparkles, those holographic sparkles happening. It's so chunky and beautiful. Oh my goodness. This is another holographic one, Shattered Glass. It has like the rainbow sparkle kind of going through it when the light hits it just right. It's so hard to capture just like how beautiful these are. But it's so shimmery and beautiful. Oh, you can kind of see that rainbow there in the middle. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, and my Everything You Fear makes me so happy. It looks like a little galaxy. It's like blue, purple, green, all those sparkles. This is so freaking cool. And finally, this is the one I'm most excited about, Velociraptor. This deep teal into like a purpley shift with those big chunky sparkles. Oh, that hot red going through it. Oh, these are so pretty. I could just like hold nail polish bottles and look at them all day long. They're so pretty. Wicked Widow Beauty came out with their whole The Crow collection to celebrate The Crow's 30th anniversary. I only have the palette specifically, but it is so freaking fun. I feel like this captures the essence of the movie so well. I love the theming. I love the shade names. I think they did such a good job. This is such a beautiful kind of cool tone dream with the splashes of red. I love all the different shimmers in here. I love the blue undertones. There's so many sparkles, so many cool things. The quality from Wicked Widow Beauty is so amazing. I think this might be, the Scissorhands 2 palette still might be my favorite from them, but this is up there just because the sparkles in this palette are so special. I love all the different tones. I think this is so versatile and it's so moody. It is such a cool one. Simply Posh also came out with a new palette recently. This is the Coastal palette and it is so, so pretty. I love how this is formatted. I love just like the softer, lighter mattes on the top, the darker, more jewel tone mattes on the bottom, and then the beautiful shifty reflective shimmers all in the middle. And I love, love, love that this is a beachy theme, but it's not just sandy brown and blue. I've talked about that a couple times now and I'm gonna repeat myself because that makes me so happy. Like this gives like seashells stuck in the sand. It gives like the colors that the sky does when it dances off the clouds and the water during like a sunset. I'm not a beachy girl, but this makes me a beachy girl. This is just so, so, so beautiful. I love it. Believe it or not, we are almost done. We just have a few more things to talk about. Next being Lethal Cosmetics came out with their Avatar The Last Airbender collection. I did do a full video on this very recently, so I'm just gonna kind of breeze through this. If you wanna see everything broken down, go check out that video. But we have the My Cabbages sponge. This lights my life. This is so freaking cute. It's also gonna remain a decoration in my background. I have not tried the sponge. I don't intend on trying the sponge. It's gonna live in its little box so he can hold his cabbages forever. I love it. Maybe there? Yeah, that works. You can't really tell what it is, but I know what it is, and that's what matters. We have the Sokka glitter gel. All the packaging and everything is just so cute. Like you can tell the brand, we're big fans of this franchise. But the Sokka glitter gel is so pretty. I've used their glitter gels in the past, and this is gorgeous. It has kind of like a blue, sea foam, purple sort of shift. Very sparkly, very iridescent. They're kind of like flaky texture, so it's not like glitter where it's gonna blind you if you get it in your eyeball. I mean, don't put it in your eyeball. It's so pretty. These make beautiful accents. I love layering these on top of liner, doing inner corner stuff, lower lash line. These are so cool. I find they last a really long time on me where they don't get like chunky and nasty. They don't seem to separate or stay sticky. I mean, I wouldn't layer up a ton of it all over my lid, but I feel like as little accents, these last really well for me. We have 4 little liner sets kind of based on different icons from the different nations. We have like Katara and Toph from Water and Earth, and we have Aang and Zuko from Fire and Air. And each of these liner duos is gonna give you a matching like cream and multi-chrome like duo where you get one of each. And they are all so freaking fun. So many cool colors. Oh, I didn't even realize I grabbed them just in front of me and I put the multi-chrome in one hand and the cream in the other. But they're just so cool. So many fun colors. I've reached for these so much. I'm wearing the creamy one from the Air duo right now. But the multi-chromes are so beautiful. These have a really nice brush tip where they're so flexible. I can do graphic liner easy. I can also do wings. I love these multi-chromes. I wore this blood red one from the Fire one in my salon earlier this week, and one of my clients messaged me after and she was like, what was that red liner you were wearing? I need it. But yeah, these are so cool. I love the different shades. These are really, really unique and fun. Like honestly, I mean, the palettes are my favorite part of the collection, but these are definitely second favorite. I know in the collection there were, I think, a couple different lipstick shades, and there was also a highlighter. I didn't personally get those in my package, so I'm just skipping over those, and we're gonna move into the palettes now. We have the Water palette. This is a Blue Dream. These are all 9 pans. We have a mixture of mattes and beautiful shimmers. So many shifty, sparkly shimmers in all of these palettes. These are mouth-watering. These are by far Lethal's best palettes yet. Like, as far as quality goes, the shimmers are out of this world. They really did the thing when it came to this. But the water one is so magical. I love that it's water and kind of captures that Arctic feel that Katara and Sokka are from, you know? It kind of hits on that really well. Like, we have a shade called Penguin Sledding. Are you kidding me? That makes me so happy, but this is so beautiful. Earth is my favorite. Definitely captures that vibe so well. Like, we have all those different earthy greens. I love that we have these like rusty plummy browns. This is so gorgeous. I cannot get enough of these shimmers. They are so magical. In my video, I played with all 4 of these together, and I've also since like posted individual videos on like Instagram and YouTube Shorts with all of these, and I've just been having so much fun. Fire is so cool. It is just so fiery. Like, it's exactly what I needed it to be. We have the different warm reds, the shifty orange, the brilliant yellow gold. These are so beautiful. These play together so well. And last but certainly not least, we have the Air palette. It's so pretty. I love it. I'm wearing it today actually, and I had a great time with it. The shimmers that are in here are so cool. Like, this one is so rich and wet looking. I love the different pops of color in here. This one's definitely the most subdued, I feel like, and also the least monochromatic, but it's also just really fun, really pretty, especially if you like sparkles. This one's really cool. I feel like this would be great if you're a little scared of color too, because it's a little more tame. Not to say it's totally neutral, but it's not as loud as the other ones. Last, for the Avatar collection, we do have the Appa bag. This is the star of the show. It is so freaking cute. Like, are you kidding me? The details with Momo. And then like the inside, I was telling Zane this print would be so cute on like a button-up shirt for him. It would be so adorable. But this bag is really cool, and it's quite large. Like, you could fit a good amount of products in here. Like, probably the whole Avatar collection could fit in here. Rare Beauty added to their body care line and came out with a new body wash, and it's in their same scent they've been doing. It's just very light and florally. I'm really bad at describing scents, but I want to say jasmine, but I could be wrong. I'm not good at scents. But this body wash is really nice. It's an exfoliating body wash, so it gives you a slight scrub. It's not an abrasive exfoliator, like, it's very gentle, but this feels so good. It just smells soothing. It feels comforting. This is a really nice body wash. I'm so happy that it arrived at my doorstep earlier this week, because it's been beautiful to have in my shower. What's Up Beauty sent me their Egyptian Queen collection, and it is so cute. We have 3 lipsticks and 2 liners, and these are just beautiful. The details are amazing. For the liners, we have Kemet and Nebu. We have like a black and then a really pretty shifty, sparkly green. I actually haven't used the green one yet, and I'm dying to. It's so pretty. I'm using it ASAP. I might have already used it by the time this video goes up, but I was really impressed with the black one. It glided on nicely. I was able to do both wings pretty easy. I didn't have anything like drying out or cracking. These seem pretty good so far. Still kind of in the early phases, but I wanted to give you my thoughts so far, and as I continue to use them, I'll let you know, but so far so good. I'm excited about them. And then we have the 3 lipsticks. We have the shades Ankh, Eye of Ra, and Seba. Just really cool lipsticks, and they have the prettiest like details. Like, I'm sure I already posted an up close B-roll clip, but just the little details on this are so pretty. These are super creamy, super lovely. I really like the tones. I did post a lip swatch video super recently on like Instagram and YouTube Shorts. But these are nice. They are definitely a matte finish, but they're not dry your lips out matte. They're like a comfy matte, and they seem to last like all day on me pretty easily without getting like chunky or weird. And last but certainly not least, I did make another Ulta order just because I was so excited about that butter gloss bling, and the butter bronzer really made me want to try some of the butter blushes. So I made a little order and got a couple more things. First of all, the glosses. I did get 2 more shades. I got the shades Hustla and She Got Money. Again, they're just sparkly and slippy and lightweight. These are beautiful. I want to collect them all, and I probably can pretty easy because these are only like $6 each. That is so cheap for such an amazing gloss. Like, I'm gonna be shouting these glosses from the rooftops until further notice. Like, I'm predicting it now. My best of beauty 2024, these are gonna be like top of the list. As far as lip products go, at least. These are so good. I literally can't get enough. I don't know how long these have been around. I know the butter glosses have been around for a long time. I don't know about the butter gloss blings, but I am obsessed. I need them all. I think there's like 8 shades, if I had to guess, 8 to 10. And I want all of them. I don't know how many there are, but I need them all. And then the 3 Butter Melt blushes. I got 3 of the shimmery shades because they have ones that are more just like standard matte blushes, and the ones that have the glow to them. I did get 3 glowy ones. I'm tempted to try even more, so if you've tried these, let me know what shades you have and if you like them and if you recommend them. The shades I picked out are Feelin' Butta, My Butta Half, and You Know Butta, just kind of like a warm terracotta, which is what I topped on the Angel cream blush from Lawless today, and I just love the finish, especially combined with that butter bronzer. It's just such a good combo. I love this terracotta shade. You Know Butta, that was just the most beautiful coral. Like, it's so pretty, so gorgeous. And My Butta Half, I'm loving cooler tone pink blushes right now. I mean, I do love a terracotta always, but cool tone pink, ever since like last spring, I'm just so into it. And I really like that formula. It's so blendable and beautiful, and I need more. I do not need to collect them all because there's a lot of them, but I do kind of want more. I just can't decide. So you'll have to let me know if like I need more shades and like what you like the most. And that, my friends, says it all for this month's Roundup review. Quite the pile. This was quite an endeavor, but we made it. We're here. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried any of the things I talked about? Are you interested in anything? What have you tried lately that you love? Or even if you haven't bought anything lately, what have you like rediscovered lately that you love? Because we don't necessarily have to buy every single thing. Like, we can re-fall in love with things we already have. So just let me know what you've been loving lately. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave a food emoji? Because I'm kind of hungry. I need some lunch. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN there as well. And if you want, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And if you wanna, you can join my channel memberships. Link to sign up will be down below. You'll get fun little perks, including a members only video once a month. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.